Good morning and welcome back. We are back at Ynysfro. It was a toss-up between back on the Browns or Ynysfro. Ynysfro was the more preferred location. It's only 35 minutes away from my house, and Brynenlis or De Valley is about 53 minutes. So this is the choice for today. And a quick flick through Facebook this morning showed they've had a stalking, and they're all in this top lake apparently, because there's a little bit of algae showing in the bottom. So we're up here. There's lots of people here today. There's lads over on the back bank. I've seen catch a few fish already. Roughly around 10 o'clock when I came today. So with a bit of luck, guys, we can pull a few fish out for you today. We're on catch and release. My first choice of methods today is the intermediate. I have the hybrid OSG damsel on the point. I have a DL bark on the middle dropper and a little buzzer on the top dropper. So I'm going to vary up the methods today. Obviously, if there's a fresh head of fish, they will favour the fly fast. But then there is residential fishing here. I do believe they have Spartics now and Tigers, which from previous experience I know they like to stay on the bottom. So it's always worth leaving the flies sink. So I'm just straightening the line up there now, letting the flies sink. There is fish rising. So what I will do today as well, I've got the dry fly. I've got more of a, it was a big nice slurp off the surface. I have a caddis dry fly, and we're going to try that for a change. Something a little bit bigger than the yellow owl, and with a good old gasket buzzer underneath. If you're wondering why I'm so high up, it's because you're hampered with the casting a little up on this bank. But if you can get up on top and cast over the fence, you can put a good line out there. So I'm going to give this 15 seconds or so, straighten it all up, which might get a fish's attention. I can see a few fish on the surface. Might be worth casting to these fish, and if we can get a bit more of a confident rise. But with a bit of luck, we'll get a few fish for you today. You had so many follows. It's been unbelievable. I've gone through everything. Snakes, lures, lots and lots of follows. Gone to the apps, worms now. Lots of follows again. Getting follows all the way into the bank. And I finally just let this one hang a little, and he smashed it up. Finally. Been a tough graft that is, guys, with the fence behind as well. Trying to get the line up over the fence. Seems to be a little easier to fish over that end. That's where the locals are fishing and catching a few fish. But I'm going to persevere over here. And tighten the net up a little bit. Come on, up we come. What a day as well it is today. Humid. There's a few fish rising. Got the dry fly set up as well. I'm edging more to put the indicator on. but I'm going to persevere, try and get a few fish now with the Apps worms. It's not a big fish by any means. They've got big fish in here. It's not known to be a big fish water. As I've said in my previous video, it's a club water that's open to the everyday angler. He fished at half fight hard. See, he's not a big fish by any means. Got a nice long leader, 6 pound leader. Get on, head up. There you go, one he's in. Nice to get that first fish on the bank. It's taken a while. He's a cracking fish. All his fins. There's the bloodworm in his mouth. Let's get him unhooked and then we get him back. Just cast that out, indicator setup. Just having a little look on my phone to show you the exact name of a good friend of mine, his YouTube channel. If we could all show a bit of love, guys, from my channel to his channel. Cracking guy, Ross Middleyard. I'll just double check it, but I will put it up on the top of the screen for you now, his channel. If you could all give him a like and subscribe, give him a little comment as well, show him your love, say Steve sent you. I'm sure he'd be much appreciated of it, guys. But we've just gone to the Tutti Frutti egg under the indicator, about 6 foot. I'll show you my setup now. But it's the Tutti Frutti egg that's been taken. That's a cracking. That could be a fish that's been in here a long time. That's a lovely paddle on that tail. That's a fish that's been in here a long time, that is. So I'm going to get him unhooked now and I'll talk you through my rig. That's a cracking fish, that is. That's got to be pushing 4 pound. Come on, turn in the net. Lovely fish, guys. Absolute stonking fish. Thoroughly over the moon with that one. See, that was more the 4 pound kind of mark, that was. Clip the GoPro back up. I'll show you my setup. So, as I said earlier, I'm up on the bank to make the casting a bit easier. I've got my Vision Still Maniac rods and reels today. The Celestial floating line. So this one is a 7 weight 10 foot. I am running a little lighter today than normal for the indicator. I've got 6 pound Airflow G3 because I've run out of others. As you all know, my favourite is a Witchwood, lure mode and ghost mode. Got one of the new indicators, and we are maybe 2.5 foot under that. We've got the good old gasket buzzer with a tag. Straighten all this up a second. Just underneath that then, maybe another 1.5 foot, we have like a traffic light kind of style buzzer with a green tag. And then the one that just done the damage, the Tutti Frutti nog. As we were trying to explain in our video the other day with the top 10 flies, this thing sort of comes alive once it's wet. See how all the 3 colours are just sort of a mush and come together. So over the moon with that, guys. First cast with the indicator as well. It was lots of fish rising out in front. I had lots of fish refuse flies in close as well, charging in to the indicator but just nothing coming out of it. I had to wait for the last fish with the red app swim. See, there's lots of fish rising. You just don't want to take anything. So that's why I've gone to the indicator now. Just suspending the buzzers and just letting it drift in the rip. in the ripple, I should say. So yeah, that wasn't far out. I cast it out, walked back, looked down, just went to get my phone to put on Ross's YouTube channel for you to see. And as I looked up, indicator had gone, well and truly gone underneath. So I'm hoping this could be the method for the day now. We get a few fish for the camera. Purely the decision for the tutti frutti underneath is for the fresh stocked fish. 2 buzzers suspended up above then. Looks like there's something hatched, about to take off, coming through the water column. As you see me do regular, I'll bring in a couple of inches of line to bring all those flies up and just let them start settling back down again. So if I can roll that out of the bush, we should get this to drift through now, hopefully. I'm going to fish in close to start with. I don't want to scare anything in close if I do catch a fish out at distance. Just search the waters out. There's lots of fish steaming around looking for flies. So yeah, as I say, Ross is a bit limited with his content, but in all fairness, he does talk through it all. He knows what he's talking about. He goes through it all in depth. And Harpsdale, I believe the lake is that he fishes. That's a cracking little lake, that is. As I believe there it is. That's a lovely fish, that is. I think that might be a brown in with it. It could possibly be 2 or 3 lakes. Don't take that for granted, but as I say, great guy, talks through his stuff, uses all the well-known flies. When the going gets tough, he scales down. It's not like some of these anglers will just strip flies all day long. He will pull a few fish out by whatever means possible. So I'll put the link in, well, a picture in again, and I'll put the link in the description. Head over to his channel, guys, and give him a shout out. So that was a mistake then, guys. Keep the camera rolling, put it back out there. Correcting my line as it's drifting with the wind, just correcting it on the bank more than anything. Looked like it was the egg pattern again. That one I put out a little bit further, but I have had bites closer in, so just going to give it time, 30 or so seconds for that fly, that egg to sink all the way to the bottom. Maybe give it 10 seconds to fish static, and then 2 little pulls. I say 2 little pulls. That was about 4 foot, 5 foot of pull. Just letting this line drift around. Hopefully that indicator will bury under again. If not with the egg, but with the buzzers, hopefully. Right, let's back out there again. Let's keep an eye on that one. No messing about this time. Still fish rising out at distance. it is awkward to get a good line out. Say I'm right up on the bank, I'm losing 10 or so yards by being up on the bank, but at the same time I'm sort of gaining that back by being up high. Looks like we got another one to the egg. It was a little awkward with the being all the way up off the top of the bank. Another one to the egg. The good old egg, right in the top of the nose. Missed a take. And then we managed to get him on the second cast. With no interest on the buzzers yet, but I am going to persevere, keeping the buzzers on. But I might also just switch to another egg on the next dropper up. Oh, come on. Hard fighting fish. They're not big by any means, but a good scrap. Cracking scrap. Come on. It's getting warm now as well. There's lots of fish rising. So that's where I'm hoping the buzzers will come into their own as well and take a few fish as well. Come on, up we come. Up you come, come on. No doubt my GoPro will go off as well, guys, in a minute. I'm trying to get some footage for you today. Like I said, we are at Ynysfro. Lovely little reservoir this is. There you go. Right in the top of the nose. This time with a different egg pattern because I lost the other one in the hedge. This one's more like a cheese pattern, I think they call it. That one, the chartreuse head. Turn him out. Oh, there you go. There's the buzzer gone. Yeah, so another lovely fish, guys. On the chartreuse, cheese, God knows what you want to call it. Plus an egg. Get my buzzer out the net. Drop that there. Let's go again. So that is it from me today. We've had around 6 or 7 rainbows. Just lost a nice big fish but there then. Stripping a big white snake in. Lots and lots of plucks on the big snake. Just nothing coming of it. Rod arced over but there just now, buried off, started pulling away and then it came off. So lots of other anglers into fish. All over the other side of the bank as well. Boys down fishing in the bay, in here. Lots of fish. So yeah, it's really fishing well up here. Apparently they had a big stock come in yesterday. There's supposedly a bit of algae in that one over there, that lake. But that haven't seemed to stop the fish. The wind is blowing at us. Seems to be holding all the fish in the bay. But other than that, it's been another nice one. Gentleman over there is into another fish. As I'm starting to get pulls again, it's time to go home. So that is it from me today. I'll catch you all on the next one. Tight lines over the weekend. See you soon.